As he leaned, cameras flashed. Men shouted. Caught. Pastor in a lodge with a woman. The woman pulled her scarf. It was Onika. Onika, his voice cracked. She looked away, tears in her eyes. The men laughed. The photo spread before morning. How it all started. Papa Samto, eat first, Onika said, placing beans on the table. Pastor Nkem shook his head. Later. Let me check Sister Amoka in the hospital. She has no food. He picked up a nylon bag filled with fruits. Onika hissed. So we will keep living poor, while you feed the world. Onika, his voice was calm, this work is bigger than us. God will provide. But as he stepped out, Onika muttered under her breath. God will provide, when? When I am old and bent. At Umula Market, women gossiped. That pastor's wife wears the same wrapper every Sunday. Even their children look hungry. Mama Njidika, Onika's mother, scoffed. Your husband's holiness cannot buy cement. See your mates, they live well. And you? Carrying Bible and poverty. Onika's eyes filled with tears. Maybe I married wrong. At church, members clapped when Pastor Nkem fixed broken chairs with his own hands. At home, Onika frowned when she saw her children's torn shoes. Santo. Kamsi. Look at you both, she snapped. Other pastors' children shine. You look like orphans. Santo shrugged. Mama, maybe if Dad cared about us the way he cares about church. Shut your mouth. Pastor Nkem barked, walking in. The boy's eyes burned with anger while we walks away on his father. Onika's heart hardened. She looked at her children. They wanted more. She looked at herself. She wanted more. That seed of bitterness began to sprout. One revival Sunday, a guest preacher came, Prophet Magnus. He wore a bright blue suit. His shoes shone like mirrors. His voice boomed like thunder. Crowds screamed amen and danced. After service, the guest prophet, Magnus, walked up to Onika at the women's row and smiled. Woman of grace, you live like a servant when you should live like a queen. Her heart leapt. You are too fine to live small. Your husband wastes your beauty. Onika looked down, ashamed but secretly thrilled. Magnus smiled. Walk with me, and your life will change. Onika blushed. I don't know what you mean. He leaned close. Help me, and I'll help you. Your husband is blind. But I see you. From that day, the seed of betrayal grew. Later that night, Santo whispered to Kamsi. Magnus says we can join his online ministry. He pays. We will blow. Kamsi giggled. Finally, we've secured our way out of this loophole. They didn't tell their father. Soon, boxes arrived at their home. New shoes. Perfumes. Clothes. Pastor Nkem frowned. Onika, who bought this? She smiled sweetly. My cousins abroad. He nodded, too trusting. But in church, tongues wagged. Pastor Nkem's family are now living large. Where are all the churches offering money going? Deacon is busy, bold and sharp, stood in a meeting. Pastor, we must see receipt of our tithe, seeds and offering money and what you have been using it for. Pastor Nkem calmly spread out receipt papers. He accounted for every single penny and it all matched. But hidden in Onika's room was another book. Names of women she borrowed from, secret notes from Magnus. One evening, while Pastor Nkem was away, Magnus came bearing gifts for Onika and the children. He told Santo and Kamsi. Make a video. Slam the church youth and say that the youth group here is dead. Tell the world and everyone that will come across the video that only I, Prophet Magnus, will revive it. They obeyed. They filmed in secret. They posted. It went viral. The next Sunday, youth whispered, "Is our group dead?" Phones came out. The video played. Pastor Nkem froze. His own children had mocked the ministry. "Dead," people gasped. Pastor Nkem's face turned pale. "Santo, you said this." The boy without remorse clapped back. "Prophet Magnus is everything you are not. You chose the church, but he chose us. Besides, this is not deep, it's just social media." Deacon is busy banged the table. "Pastor, control your house, or step aside. We won't let your children put the ministry to shame because of carelessness and irresponsibility." Elder Okafor whispered, "Let's be gentle. Children err." But the damage was done. Whispers grew like weeds. Weeks passed and then, one night, Pastor Nkem got a message. "Pastor, a widow is dying at Green Lodge. Come and pray for her. Please do not allow this widow die." He hesitated. Something felt off. But his heart for souls pushed him. He rushed there with his Bible. Inside, a woman lay on a bed. "Pray for me," she whispered. As he leaned, cameras flashed. Men shouted. "Caught. Pastor in a lodge with a woman." The woman pulled her scarf. It was Onika. "Onika," his voice cracked. She looked away, tears in her eyes. The men laughed. The photo spread before morning. "Sit down, Pastor Nkem," said Elder Okafor in the council hall. On the table lay photos of him at the lodge. Deaconess Busy folded her arms. "You disgraced this church. We cannot cover you." "It's a lie," Nkem cried. "I went to pray. I did not sin." "Then why at night?" "Why a lodge?" another elder asked. He stammered, the message sounded urgent. "I went to pray. I was deceived." Deaconess Busy shouted, "Lies. The evidence is clear." The elders shook their heads. "For peace, you are suspended. Leave the parsonage in 7 days." The next Sunday, they read it aloud. Some wept. Some clapped in mockery. And Pastor Nkem, the man who gave and sacrificed everything, walked home in shame and tears. "Are you happy now?" he asked Onika. Her tears fell. "I didn't know Magnus would take it this far." Santo shouted, "You always chose church over us. This is what you get." Kamsi added, "We just wanted a better life." Nkem dropped his Bible on the table. "I lost my church. Now I've lost my home." The house was silent. Except for the sound of a man's heart breaking. Magnus vanished. The family that once lived proud now lived in fear. Months passed. Magnus rose higher. He was invited back to the same church for revival. Onika realized she was just a pawn. She lived in regret, but it was just too late. Everything fell apart. Santo was arrested for theft. Kamsi was expelled for fighting. Everything they chased, fame, money, respect, crumbled. One stormy evening, Nkem stood outside the log church he built. His name had been scraped off the signboard. The doors chained. A child pointed. "Mama, isn't that our pastor?" The mother hissed. "Don't call his name. He is finished." Rain soaked his face as he fell on his knees and whispered, "Lord, I gave all. Yet all was taken." And as the rain beat his face, he wondered, was this truly his end, or the start of a harder journey? Thank you for watching this story. What do you think about Pastor Nkem's life? Was it his faithfulness and over-dedication, or his family's betrayal that truly destroyed him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. I respond to all. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Tales by Pete so you don't miss more powerful African stories filled with lessons, twists, and suspense. Turn on the notification bell, because the next story will shock you even more.